Hello, my name is Atomic, and today I'm reacting to Characters That Piss Me Off Part 2 by Waves. Like I said, the only one that from the picture alone I can tell is like MJ is one of them, and that specific MJ that I see right there on the screen, I hate. It's from the movie, from Toby's movie, I believe. So yeah, I wanna see how it goes, and yeah, just get into reaction.
I'm not gonna make that mistake again. Mary Jane, will you marry me?
Mary Jane. Now, I've spoken many times on this channel
That's
about a
just
bunch of different
stupid.
types of topics around entertainment. How movies and cartoons made me a better man, how video games gave wonder and amusement to my childhood, and how I could relate to certain characters and try to model myself around them to be a lot more like them. I think this is a universal feeling a majority of us can get behind, because in TV, it wasn't just about the story, the fights, the gameplay, or even the drip. It was also about the characters and how cool they were, how they carried themselves, how they could make a serious situation that they couldn't win at first an instant win for them and something they could laugh about later. It's
Yep, and that's why people like Batman. That's why I like
I
Batman.
believe we all admired about TV. And as much of these characters were great role models, had deep lore, or cool as hell, or just had broken transformations, a lot of these characters would get me furious. And no, people, I don't mean regular angry like you hate seeing them on screen. Nah. I'm talking about the level of hate I would have for them would be so bad, I couldn't eat when I would see them on screen. And you know how
Yeah, that for me that's melty. If you saw Shield Hero, I can't watch that shit for the laugh of me. I can't. Season one from season one is so good. Everything in season one is good, but sometimes it's really good. I really sometimes like let me watch it. I want to watch it again. But then every time I think about this one girl in Chainsaw Man, and not Chainsaw Man, and Shield Hero, this one girl, this specific girl, red hair, princess. I'm not watching that. Like I can't. If it wasn't because of her, I would be watching the show. But at the same time, because of her, the show was actually good. It got bad when the whole block basket finish.
angry I would have to be to leave my food out to get cold just because I saw you come on my TV. I would have to be Super Saiyan levels of angry. I'd have to be just as mad as when Gon found out Pito killed Kai. As pressed as when I found out the minimum car payment at my local corner shop is £5. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a couple of months since I last spoke about characters that have pissed me off. And today, I thought we could go over some more assholes that I despise and hold the biggest hate for. And this will be perfect to talk about now since my blood pressure is mad high. I'm probably gonna pass out doing this, I'm not gonna lie. So with the pre-yapping done, let us begin. Starting with one of the most insufferable people I've ever seen in my life. So stupid, so unbelievable trash, so degrading. Their
MJ?
existence just gets me pressed, man. The guy I am speaking about is Chris Thorndyke from Sonic X. And you know
The hell
Chris
is this?
is a giant piece of shit. This guy sucks. See, Chris was an attempt to make the human
Never-
characters more relevant, but they
I never saw Sonic, so that shit though. Like I really just like I'm fine. I'm so happy that I already made I was posting my main thing, my main thing I mostly did was anime reactions. So I did gaming and general reaction only because something happened with YouTube. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anime reaction. I'm so happy that I can do it back again. So yeah, and it's already both the videos are up. I'm literally already up to episode 6 of Chainsaw Man editing. I already finished the whole thing. So yeah, and all of it's on Patreon.
made Chris such an important guy in the story. He became Sonic's number 2 instead of Tails, literally taking away more from the guy who's supposed to have just as much screen time as the main man himself. But they took it away from him. This shit is trash. Chris is a selfish, stupid child who does nothing but whine constantly, cry like a little bitch, and sucks up to Sonic so hard that it literally hurt my brain when I was a kid.
I like
watching
that
this
scene.
shit. Even then, I thought he was so desperate for Sonic's approval and affection, begging to be alongside this guy at all times. You can even tell Chris was about to be a weirdo when he saved Sonic from the pool of water in the first episode. And look how bro was gazing at him, giving him that light skin stare like he just saw fine shit. It was at this moment when I realized he was about to become some strange kid. If you're not familiar with Chris, let me give you some context real quick. Chris
Yeah, I
is
really
the
want to
main
know.
human in Sonic X, whose whole character arc revolves around him being somebody who has attachment issues since he was neglected as a child by his parents. His mom is a big Hollywood actress and his dad is a big time CEO. And big what? This guy was rich, he had all the cash money. He lived in a giant mansion, had a butler.
To be fair though, kids just want their parents. I don't get it. Even when I was a kid, I don't get it. But kids just want their parents, to be honest.
His granddad lived with him. He had plenty of people around him. So the whole idea that Chris was some lonely kid with no one to show him love or even to be there for him is one giant goddamn bitch ass lie. The guy chatting shit. He's just selfish. It's not like his parents don't want to be there for him. They had to compromise, work, slave away so that Chris could have the best possible life. It's not even that his parents didn't want to come see him. It's just that life is hard. They felt bad enough as parents that they couldn't be there for their own son, but they had to. Or else how long would their rich life where they could give Chris anything he wants hold up? And he never realized how fortunate he was to have any of this to begin with.
Yeah, them saying this, yeah, it makes sense because like shit, I can't stand like I don't know if they were rich or not. Did anyone watch Black Lightning? There's a specific character in Black Lightning that I can't stand. She's so I can't. Like this girl, I think she generates her own energy. I forgot her name though. She pissed me off so much. Like I couldn't finish the show because of that. Every time she comes to the screen, I don't like her. But at the same time, to be fair, she did it grow up later in the seasons, I believe.
Never see or realize the difference in life he had to
those
who had less than him.
Don't remember.
Even if it's normal to him and standard procedure, Chris could never see how much of a blessing he had compared to those who were less fortunate than him. I would go as far as to say he had no crosses in life, and for a 12-year-old, he sucked. This shit was so bad that Cream, the flipping 6-year-old of the group, called him out on his bullshit. And Cream's mom isn't even there. She's in a whole other dimension. Yet Cream is happy and glad since she's got people around her. Yet Chris fails to acknowledge anyone around him and plays victim. Bun this guy, man. Tanaka, Ella, and his flipping granddad Chuck were there for him. Spoke to him a bunch of times, practically raised him and cherished him as if they were his actual parents. Yet Chris would still be acting like he had nobody. He had friends, a flipping girlfriend, and he still thought he was alone and had nobody and was so afraid of this shit happening.
Damn.
Even though he had people, after all the adventures and bullshit him and Sonic and the man they went through, this guy closed the port on Sonic.
Man, like I don't watch Sonic, and the scene that he showed about it, them going like basically Super Saiyan, is that an actual thing? Because like Gas is like a copy from Dragon Ball, literally.
Him on going home, which could have messed
Plasma.
up time, just because he was afraid of being alone again when he wasn't even alone. Bro, get over it. I don't think any 12-year-old would act like this. They would be too busy buying the stupidest shit with their parents' money. They would be boiling in happiness because of all the materialistic shit they would buy. But Chris is trash. They also forced this guy into the story, making him take key moments away from certain characters from the games, like his Sonic Adventure 2. When Amy is the one
I
to
do
help
hate
Shadow
when
remember
stories
what
do that a
Maria's
lot.
purpose was. Instead of it being Amy in the show, it was Chris, and he was whining to this guy to get his point across. It just ruined it. I just don't like this guy. And even after
this always happens with women characters in shows. Don't know why. There's a pricing that it happened to a guy.
Have better friendships, and all in all, he just looked a lot better here. This guy's still obsessed over his animal friends so badly. He built the same portal used to take them home, which could have messed up both their worlds the first time. And this isn't even the worst thing about it. The saddest thing about this, after the whole Metarex arc, R.I.P. Cosmo, man, I hear you, Tails, man. I was crying at this shit. This shit had me weeping. Eggman then builds
this is funny. I like him.
There's one problem. They wouldn't be able to know how old or how different Chris's life would be when he would go back to Earth. See, when Chris built the portal to Sonic's world, it made him a 12-year-old again. And in his world at the time when he was making the machine, he was 18. So if he were to flip that and send a 12-year-old Chris, who's actually 18 in his world, but it's been a year on Sonic's world, how different could his world look? And the answer to that is that shit is probably post-apocalyptic. This man sacrificed everything to go to Sonic's world that he may or may not have a world to go back to. We don't know how different it could look. We don't even know if Chris will be the same age. He could be some old-ass man or almost dead when he goes back. This guy, when he was a grown-ass man, was still so hungry to get back to Sonic. He may have no life to go back to. At this point, you should have never left, you mug. I don't rate Chris.
I'm literally looking at these scenes that he's showing, and all these scenes I really do like, especially the Spider-Man. Like that specific scene with Andrew crying with Aunt May. I like that scene so much. I really do like that actor. I like him.
Character arc makes no sense.
I really want to wish I knew where
what's there to relate to?
His other actor or
he's a rich
honest.
kid. He contributes nothing to the story besides whining, begging to
He
be
switched it
involved,
up.
and replacing characters at moments where he didn't have to. And if you ask me, we should have made Helen the main human in Sonic X. That would have made more sense. And one more thing.
I can't say shit in this one because like literally don't know nothing about it.
I'm gonna summarize her in one sentence. Fuck Mary Jane.
Yeah, I hate her. Throw in the trash, garbage. absolute garbage, bro. That character's ass. Like she like to be fair though, to be fair with actually show that character's ass and garbage, but she what's going Peter was garbage as well. Peter in that show was garbage. I don't know if MJ is garbage in in other places, but Peter in that show at least was garbage. He was going to a he was still trying to get with a Mary, not Mary, fiance.
Lord, I hate Mary Jane. This manipulative, conniving scumbag literally moves like a free agent, trying to talk to all the men in the Spider-Man movies.
Yes,
just to
I'm
always make a
saying.
play back to Peter. Get out of here with that shit, you homewrecker. We're all familiar with the antics Mary Jane has committed throughout the Sam Raimi trilogy.
Like I can't with this character, bro. And then there's this other scene. Like I reacted to other people reacting to this girl, and this specific scene where she's like throwing like being mad at Peter for being like popular, and she's not like being she's not popular in her own show, on her own like theater thing, and she's like venting, and Spider-Man trying to just show like relatability, but like he gets it, but because he's trying to show it by his own experience, somehow it's like it's bad. I'm like, I don't know.
She's a
I
demon.
don't know.
So let me go ahead and summarize all the worst Mary Jane has done, breaking the hearts of many men and just being straight up for the streets. We first see Mary Jane's behavior in Spider-Man Uno, and we first see her stop the bus for Peter. And what a nice thing to do. This is so kind of her. What a good human, man. And real quick off topic here, as Peter's walking through the bus, how is this girl not letting him sit next to her? What the hell? Y'all look the same. But as Peter
True.
walks down the bus, you just see Mary Jane with her boyfriend at the time, Flash, aka the high school bully, which
And people defense, people were saying that she's at that time she had like an abusive household. That's why she's like that. I don't know. It's just crazy to me that that you're living with a guy that you can clearly see is a fucking bully. Like
immediately
what?
eliminates any kind thing she ever does. I mean, this guy tried to beat the shit out of Peter, but throughout the entire movie, she just endlessly tries to play a pass at him, flirting with him time and time again, teasing him, making him believe he's got a chance, and then she finally breaks up with Flash to get with Harry. And Harry did Peter dirty here. Whatever happened to bro code? He literally at the start of the movie copy and pasted the exact same facts Peter gave to him about spiders over to MJ, just so he could spit some game. He even wanted Peter to speak to her before he got bit by a spider, but he took the opportunity himself. What an ass, bro. This guy's fake. But while they're dating,
But to be honest, he is. I guess so. True. I did like his character
Peter
though.
pulls up to NJ's place of work and they agree to have coffee sometime. But then she says, don't tell Harry. And that's a bit suspicious. Why would you want your boyfriend to know you're out here trying to get coffee with some other man? That's a bit sus. Well, it's because Mary Jane never liked Harry. I mean, look at the way she swerves him on this kiss. She did not rate him. And then
This is the thing I don't get. Like, why is she with Harry? Why is she with Harry? Like, I like at that point I was literally with dad. What did dad say in the one like cooking scene when they were about to eat together? I was with the dad because like, bro, why are you with him and don't like him? There must be another reason, huh?
Spider-Man eventually saves her and she gets that look in her eyes. She was mesmerized by this guy, even saying, wait, who are you?
Mets, baby, love the Mets.
So Spider-Man swings away and Mary Jane is on the phone with Harry, just glazing Spider-Man, gassing him up. And rightfully so. You know, she was starstruck. She almost lost her life. It's not like she would...
Yeah. This Keen, people, a lot of this specific Keen kiss, a lot of people are like glorifying the upside down kiss. A lot of people. But then you look at the story, this specific scene, there's hella girls. There's hella girls. She's with someone. This guy is Spider-Man is but she's with someone though.
Oh. Mary Jane's a cheater, man. She's cheating on Harry. Second of all, you don't even know who this is. Peter Parker, Jameson, the chicken. Like, you don't know who's behind
Is
the
it just
mask.
me or do I don't like Jameson. I don't. He's so annoying. I hate him. A lot of people like him, but we are the Flash. I can't. That shit always makes me laugh. I don't know.
So you're just kissing a stranger for all you know. You could even be kissing kissing the booty warrior. That's nasty, man. Come on. Anyways, later on after the dinner, Mr. Osborn, this is Mary Jane, and Harry has no spine that doesn't defend her. Then she's still trying to make a pass at Peter, literally pulling up to his Aunt May in the hospital. And look at how she's staring at him like she wants him, bro. She's staring into his soul, and she's really listening to him. Then Norman dies, and at his funeral, Mary Jane says he loves him and kisses him at his best friend's dad's funeral.
People like, there's so much evidence here, and people like MJ and trying to defend that. I'm like,
what is wrong with you, bro? There's a time and place you flipping.
Spider-Man 2, same shit.
So when Spider-Man does, his life is getting pretty hard. He lost his pizza job, isn't getting paid enough from the Bugle, and he's missing his university classes, you know, typical Spider-Man stuff. And Mary Jane is still trying to play a boss at him, but she's finally single now. So go for it, man. What's the worst that could...
I'm seeing somebody now.
You mean like a boyfriend?
Well, like I like him.
What happened here?
You just flirted with him a second ago. Like, I'm very certain you wanted him to kiss you. How the
Wait,
fuck do you
I forgot what happened here.
after this whole conversation? What's wrong with you?
Don't remember.
Later on, Peter then gets advice from Doc Ock and gets into his romantic bag to try and win MJ over. Learns some poetry, dresses up in a nice suit.
Oh, I remember now. In this scene, when she said I'm with someone now, she's like saying that yeah, this scene where she gets basically almost gonna get married.
Get some flowers for MJ Theo play. It was gonna be amazing. Then Peter had
She
to
had
go
some
into
fiance.
Spider-Man shit. You know, he had to go be a hero. Like,
I
what's
think
the
that's
worst that
term.
could...
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you all to know that the beautiful Miss Mary Jane Watson has just agreed to marry me.
I hate this character, bro.
Come on. To be fair though, Mary Jane...
Is she bad compared to Rogue? Compared to Rogue, is she that bad compared to Rogue though? Rogue in my opinion is not that bad, especially from the animation one at least. She is awful. What he did with Gambit and what he did with what's it called?
Jane did have a reason to be
Magneto?
angry at Peter. To her, he was just a regular man. And when he agreed to come to her show, she expected him to commit and actually pull up. You could even see she was upset when there was an empty chair there instead of Peter. But at this moment and earlier, she didn't know Peter was Spider-Man. So in her head, she probably thinks he's just skipping out, which is fair enough. It made sense to him. But as the movie goes on, shenanigans go down. Peter loses his powers, gives up being Spider-Man, pulls up to MJ's play. Harry...
This is the exact same scene that they're gonna do in Spider-Man. No Way Out. What's the name? Dale Born Again. What was his name? I forgot. Shit. I forgot the name of it. I don't remember. Basically, the new Spider-Man movie was basically gonna do that. I don't know. I don't like it. I like Electro Webs. But I think probably gonna explain why he has that. But
they're recreating the same exact kiss they had in the first movie. You know, typical stuff, the usual. Later
cheating
on,
though.
MJ
I hated that shit.
Start chopping it up, having a normal conversation about feelings. And Peter saying he doesn't love her anymore, which is great since Mary Jane rejected him and she's getting married and.
Kiss me.
What?
Yeah, remember that scene too. This girl's trash. Especially like I honestly thought at the end of the episode movie, I thought she was with Spider-Man and with Peter because she knows he's Spider-Man. That's literally it.
What do you mean kiss him? You're getting married. You rejected him twice. How did you switch up already? Your wedding ring is literally in the scene. You're wearing your ring. You're asking another man to kiss you, bro. Make your mind up. Then after she gets kidnapped,
That's
he
loud.
gets his powers back.
Never saw that.
Octavius, and eventually reveals himself to MJ. And she
Yeah.
asks the guy to confess to him whilst he's holding a whole goddamn building. Like, move out of the way, bro. So Spider-Man saves Mary Jane, and it's the day of her wedding. Birds chirping, sun shining.
Lily,
It's in
right
the
here,
church.
I
It's
thought she
perfect,
was
right?
with Peter
And then
because
Mary
she
Jane
knows
leaves her husband on the altar. Like, damn,
he's
man,
Spider-Man.
I wish this was my worst enemy. This is a villain origin story in itself. This is what leads most bad guys to
I
become
wish
a
he
bad
came
guy.
back.
This is messed up. So she runs all the way from the
But
church to
they're not
Peter's
gonna
crib to
come
tell
back,
her that
though.
she wants to be with him. And then we segue into...
Spider-Man 3.
So in Spider-Man 3, Mary Jane and Peter are finally together.
This scene
It's
just got
beautiful.
worse.
It's like a Disney movie. It was perfect. Except it wasn't like a Disney movie. Mary Jane was...
Like in Spider-Man, like I just to clarify, in Spider-Man 1 and 2, she was it's basically the whole trilogy. She's bad. She's an awful character. Not awful character. She's like a homebreaker. And Spider-Man 1 and 2 Peter. And Spider-Man 1 he was calm. Spider-Man 2 he's a homebreaker. And Spider-Man 3 he's a homebreaker too. Damn.
Hating. She was looking for an excuse to get out of the relationship with Peter for the longest time. She low-key couldn't be happy for him. Everything was going so bad in her life, she had to project into Peter. And when he kissed Gwen Stacy and Spider-Man, that straight up became
I
her
wish
trump
that
card.
I wish
She
that
got
was
mad
the
at
thing.
Peter kissing another woman. I was just arguing throughout the whole day. And I agree with it to an extent. I mean, if your girl was kissing another man, you'd be pressed too. Only Mary Jane is a hypocrite. She's literally a cheater. I ain't going back because she's a heifer. She then
Yeah,
storms out on
I
that
was
date
with her
and
at
later
that point,
on
but then I
breaks up with
remember that
Peter.
scene.
Or who you may ask? Harry Osborn. And this is just wrong, man. How does this even come about? You suck. And I'm gonna put my hands up when I say this as well. Peter was also moving like a weirdo in this movie. We can't skip the fact that he did cheat on Mary Jane when he kissed Gwen at the parade. But also he was moving mad petty when they broke up. Like he pulled up to MJ's job, asked Gwen out on a date just to show off to MJ. Shit, he even slapped her. He was going crazy.
Man,
here. So
I
Harry
really
reached the end-
want I really want a time where Stacy and Peter were used together in the movie. I wish. And the only time that happened was in Andrew Moon, and you know what happened there. That's bullshit.
to the movie, peaceful shit happens. Peter forgives Flynn for packing Uncle Ben, Eddie blows himself up, and Harry dies. And then P and MJ share one final scene hugging, and the movie ends. And hopefully this is the end of their relationship because it was horrible. Mary Jane
What did you say in
Flynn for
bottom?
packing Uncle Ben, Eddie blows himself up, and Harry dies. And then P and MJ share one final scene hugging, and the movie ends. And hopefully
I hate movie MJ, but I'm kind of glad that in NWH, Peter says they got together in the end. Nah, to be honest, when he said that, I didn't quite care. You were horrible. You were too horrible as well.
this is the end of their relationship because
I guess that they belong to each other,
Mary
though.
Jane would always have Peter as a number one, but never be real with that. He would always have to do more to get with her than actually be with her. She almost married a whole other guy, and she deserted him on his wedding day. She broke up with Peter for Harry and got Peter so worked up he went over to Harry just to box with the guy. Like, if we're being for real, she's partially the reason why Harry's face got mashed up. There was so much red flags for MJ. How could Peter not see anything besides her being toxic? I don't get it. What was so special about movie MJ? Peter, you wear glasses. How can you not see any of this shit, man? From jump,
Man,
when she go with Harry.
I should, man. I'm gonna react to Daredevil again. Ah, shit. I can't. I can record it at least. I can record it. I can. I was thinking to stream it because I do have another stream just for anime for reaction and live reaction stuff. But let me just record it. Ah, man. Yeah, let me record it because I really want to get. I really finish. What I watched at least was from season 3. I believe season 2, season 3.
That should have been enough for you to check out what you doing. But Mary Jane isn't the only superhero girlfriend who's toxic. All superhero girlfriends are toxic. Amber from Invincible literally knew that Mark was a superhero. That means every time he would disappear and desert her, she knew he was doing something good. Yet
Oh.
at the same time, she acts like she was entitled to know he was a
Oh my god, I get this is actually pissing me off. That man, the little tire screw. I say, bro, that is actually pissing me off more. And that girl, every time you say that, I can't stand people, bro. I know I don't know if they're rage splitting or not, but every time you say that character, the other character, what's her name?
Amber from Invincible.
Her. When people say this character is horrible, they immediately tell you you're racist. How, bro? Look at the fucking show. Look at the show. Like this character, like she knows she was invisible. And still acted that way. I don't get it.
Literally knew that Mark was a superhero. That means every time he would disappear and desert her, she knew he was doing something good. Yet at the same time, she acts like she was entitled to know he was a superhero. What?
This is what I'm saying, bro. I hate that character. She's like this girl. She's a great actor. I like her. I like her a lot. But the character, like the writers, would just messed her up. The virus goes. I don't know if I don't know if the girl in this one was that bad in is it comics? Yeah, comics.
Part of secret
But yeah.
identity, do you not understand? She was saying she felt unimportant at the fact that he didn't tell her he was a superhero. That's like Hero 101. She's smart enough to figure out Mark is invincible, but too stupid to think that if she knew who he was, her life would be in danger. You're an idiot. You're so stupid. What's the matter with you? Lois Lane in My Adventure with Superman does the exact same shit. And to get
Oh yeah, I hate that trope so much. Like, bro, what do people that write this? What do they think? Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think? What's it called having a secret identity mean? Like, damn. Like, you cannot just show it to someone that you love, you care about for about 2 weeks.
Clark to admit he's Superman, she jumps off the roof of a building. God forbid she went off her own theory she put together. What if Clark wasn't Superman? You'd be dead. Then she goes on to argue and have no good points. She was gonna bait out Superman, and again, secret identities are meant to be secret. Where's the same thinking you put into figuring out who they are? You man are dumb. I hate Mary Jane. I don't even like her.
MJ, Lois Lane. There's other ones. But yeah, most of the most girls that I don't like in shows, especially when they're covering of the superhero, is most of the time reporters. MJ, she is originally a reporter, so I'm surprised they turned into the anti-cheater. But hey.
Even Insomniac Spider-Man Mary Jane is a wet wipe. She acts like she can hold her own. You're literally a civilian, bro. Go home.
Oh yeah, that is the same thing. I don't like I don't like Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man 1. That was good. I just can't stand the MJ missions.
Also, the
Those
MJ missions suck ass. They were whack.
yeah.
One more thing. Screw MJ. DW.
Yeah,
from
the
Alpha. Now
the
let's
whole
just cut the shit.
story is
DW a
Spider-Man,
demon
like
kid.
bro.
When I was a
The game
child
is called
watching Alpha
Spider-Man.
back in the day, I swear to God, DW was so annoying. She used to get me heated, man. And I don't care if she was just 4. She was a very self-aware 4-year-old. She was straight up evil. When her baby sister was just born, she started screaming right at her. She constantly made shit worse around her and refused to let anybody who actually knows what to do help her, because she thought she knew what the hell she was doing. She tried to sell her baby sister for 50 cents to get rid of her. And by the end of all of her attempts to try and get
That
rid of
was
the
jokes,
baby,
though.
she decided to just
She
leave
was
the
funny.
house. Greatest decision she ever made. Go to her grandma's, emotionally manipulate her to get her to rent a boat out to an island just so she could leave forever. And it wasn't until her grandma started saying to her, but DW, your sister's gonna need a role model. She needs someone to look up to. That DW decided to run all the way back to the crib and actually be a better sister. Just for what? To get a mini-me. All of this for what? For your own ego, you sicko. How many times has DW been a prick to Alpha and everybody else in the show? From the countless times she would try to undermine him, to
I
even
watched the
whole
show,
episodes
couldn't stand her
dedicated to
though.
just being a hater. There's an episode where DW loses
Couldn't
her
stand the
voice,
guy
and
though either,
thank
so,
God,
hey.
no more chatting shit, no more talking crazy, finally some peace. And then Arthur becomes forced to do everything she points out because she can't speak, literally making her a personal slave. But the problem here is that she was faking having no voice the entire time. So when Arthur goes to tell his mom DW is capping, she don't believe him. And trust me here when I say this, throughout the entire show, every single time DW does some menace shit, does something horrible, or even something she should definitely be punished for, her parents would never do shit. They would have the audacity to punish.
Yeah, that's basically the same with what was it called? Everyone hates Chris. The sister in that show, damn, she always blames everything on Chris, and the mom always fucking listens. And then when she does something, they don't punish her or anything.
Arthur constantly and make sure he was held accountable for any mistake he made.
The mom is
But as soon as
horrible.
DW will get caught,
Like the only one good in that show is literally Chris and the dad.
nothing would happen to her. This is some bullshit, man. It took Arthur convincing Francine, who's just as much as a prick, to help him bait out DW for lying. And even though Arthur got DW baited, he still lost it because it meant DW would start speaking again. We can't win here, man.
DW?
DW is a sociopath. She was out here swearing, harassing. She publicly embarrassed her family at a restaurant, dashing spinach onto a worker just because she hates spinach. One time she was in a bad mood, and the only way she
Boiled,
came out of it
basically.
was when she had a revenge fantasy of taking color out of the world and the people that didn't invite her to a birthday party. This child is a psycho. But you know who was worse than DW one time? Cousin Cora. Now, Cousin Cora only appeared once, but she was basically DW 2.0. She was just as much an ass. She was so disrespectful, it made me feel bad for DW. She was a guest in a whole different house. I was chatting shit saying she doesn't like the room and was blaming DW for
Me
breaking her
watching this,
necklace.
I could literally tell I don't watch too much cartoons. I watch too much anime though. Cartoons, no. Like the only thing I basically watched when I was a kid is Beyblade. And the one I watched was Beyblade Burst, or the Beyblade Pegasus one.
DW didn't break her necklace, but her mom didn't defend her from said accusation. What type of parent are you? You're trash. But you know what Arthur episode made me the happiest man in the world? You know what brought stars to my eyes and as a child made me an all-round more happy guy? I'll tell you. There's an episode where Arthur gets a model plane and spends some time building it. And once he's fixing it up, DW just taking the piss out of him, being in his business, trying to sabotage his model plane. And after a week of painting, engineering, and designing, he finally finished the model plane. And then DW dashed out a window. So as soon as Arthur found out DW broke his model plane, he spent a week working on. Arthur achieves one of the greatest goals the Earth has ever seen. Something more important than any historical discovery. Something more important than global peace. Something more great than life itself. Arthur punched DW. And all I have to say to this is you should have gone for the head. I celebrated him punching
I didn't know that it actually did that. I watched the show, but I didn't know he does that.
She had it coming. This is like the top 3
Yeah, they should do that most often.
Second is beating MJ in a 1v1. And right next to it was watching Arthur punch DW. This was amazing. So like the crybaby she is, she runs straight back into the house to tell her parents. And without even hearing Arthur about anything that happened before he even punched her, they grounded him. And even by the end of the episode when Vicky punches Arthur, his parents are trying to look at this as a teachable moment. Where's the parenting? This is some crap. This is a lie, man. One punch was somebody overstepping a boundary. The other was somebody getting bullied. Tell the difference. Even when they resolve their conflict, DW doesn't even give a good enough apology to Arthur.
It's literally when you try to sell the fan, and the teacher was literally just trying to blames it too. While at the same time, they clearly know the guy is a bully. But you can clearly tell from a mile away.
Shit. And their parents didn't do anything to DW. She got off rent-free. That's some
More
shit.
because
I can't tell you how infuriating as an older brother or
Hey,
cousin,
how you
mothers
acting
these
class
words.
most of the time?
I'm not joking. It's like the younger you were, you could do no wrong. Parents will be out here blaming their kids for
Because most of my bullies, when you can tell they're bullies, mostly because out in class, they're like the class clowns most of the time. And the crazy thing about that is that most of the guys that like I know this guy bullied people, I know this guy bullied people. They were literally best friends with the teachers. Me knowing that was wow.
fighting back if the other one is doing too much and hide behind saying they're a baby. No, they're not. 7 is not a baby, bro. Stop coddling them, man. That's just you playing favorites. If you can hate Caillou, one of the biggest crybaby suck-up bummy children cartoon characters of all time, you can find DW just as annoying. She's evil, man. She's evil.
Man, I wish I knew more of this, but I don't know nothing about him.
Her comebacks were sick for a 4-year-old. They were fire. I recognize game, man. I see it. But hey, these were some more characters that definitely pissed me off.
Yeah, I'm definitely subscribing to him. I like him.
I mentioned in this video, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate all you man for tuning in. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. And one more thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely subscribing to this guy. This guy is awesome. I like him. And he named 2 characters that I did watch, and I don't like that character. I should start watching Invisible though. I stopped watching Invisible. Most of the shows that I normally watched. So I don't remember it. And like this specific thing that's right here, We Are the Flash. that actually makes me laugh. I can't. Okay. I'm gonna be right back. Gonna change the